I'm Min Kobayashi, and today I'm going to be talking about top 5 books that I need to finish by the end of 2018. So this is a part of the Top 5 Wednesday, which is run by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes, and I think someone else, but I'm forgetting who it is. So these are 5 books that I have talked extensively about during this year. It's not even funny. And they've been on TBRs and many other things, and I just haven't read them, so hopefully I will finish them in the next 6-ish weeks. 1984 by George Orwell. This is a very classic book about dystopians. It is funny because I've read several other really famous dystopians this year, including Brave New World and Animal Farm, so you'd think that I would have read this one, yet I haven't. This was actually a book I've wanted to read since I was in high school. A few different classes in grade 11 read either The Great Gatsby or 1984. My class read The Great Gatsby. I really loved it. I did not read this book and I was like, oh, it sounds amazing. And then here we are like 5 years later and I still haven't read it, and I asked for it for Christmas last year. My brother thankfully gave it to me and I still haven't read it. So before we do Christmas presents again, I should probably read it. It is about Big Brother who looks over their shoulders, and free will and choices and a lot of other things that I don't really know because I haven't read it yet. We have Stardust by Neil Gaiman. It just sounds really amazing and I've wanted to read it for a really long time. It has Gaiman's really good sense of like weird and bizarre in it, which I really love. It's really cuckoo. I have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I read Rebecca Potus's book last year and I absolutely loved it. She mentions this book throughout it and I became very eager to read this book and figure it out. It is the very famous line, last night I dreamt of Manderley, and I couldn't find versions of it, but I kept on looking, and then my grandparents' seniors residence has collections of books that they allow guests to take and borrow, and since I was visiting them, they said, we don't read, you can take the book in our stead. And I took it, and it's this really classic version, and I've read the beginning a few times and I just haven't finished it. I'm really hoping I'm going to get to it. It's not a genre I normally pick up a whole lot, but I'm really excited because mysteries, gothicness sounds really great. And the first full collection of Sherlock Holmes books. It is published close to 80 or 90 years ago, I can't remember. And I sat down and read a bunch of A Study in Scarlet, and I think I only have like 20 pages left, and I haven't looked at it since January. So I really like the stories of Sherlock that I have seen in other mediums, and this was just a very interesting idea of the story, so I can't wait to actually delve into it and finish it. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. This is a really long story. As I've mentioned many times on here before, I have dyslexia, which means I didn't learn how to read until I was older, and since my siblings were forced to read Lord of the Rings, they asked that I also read it before I watched the movies, which I have faithfully done. Yes, I am 21 and have avoided all spoilers of Lord of the Rings for the longest time. A couple times people have said things in the last year and I'm like, I did not know about Mordor. Yep, that's how absent, I literally just block my ears whenever people say anything about Lord of the Rings. I read The Hobbit twice. My sister read me The Hobbit when I was 6, and then I reread it last Christmas. So she gave me this beautiful second edition version of The Lord of the Rings for my 18th birthday, and then when she came and visited me for my 21st birthday, she picked it off my shelf and began to read it in frustration that I would never read this book. And it was really good. She only got to about 30 pages, I think, or 40 pages, but it was awesome, and I actually can't wait to finish it myself. It's kind of going to be my Christmas book read. I've been saying I'm going to read Lord of the Rings for the longest time, and I really want to. So I really want to enjoy the story for the first time and be able to engage with it because I think it's a classic for a reason. These are the books I want to read before the end of the year. Of course, I'm not reading the whole collection of Sherlock Holmes. And let me know which 5 books you want to read before the end of the year. As well, this is going to slide on my face, isn't it? You guys have a great day and happy reading and writing. Bye!